Hello, everyone. Welcome to Highly Intelligent. Today I'm joined by a very special guest. I'll let you introduce yourself because I don't know all of your accolades yet or
All good. It's all
accomplishments.
good.
Yeah.
It's Jahn Mana, and I'm here to bring the good love and light through music. Jahn Mana and the Free Flyers: freedom of speech, freedom of expression through music.
Hell yeah. So, yesterday we were at the New York Beatbox Champs, and you did a little rap cipher and kind of connected the rap scene with the beatbox scene a little bit. And we got to connect and play some video games as well. So
Yes, sir.
it's glad that I got you, or I'm glad that I got you on the show and we got to interview you. So
Thank you.
let's get into your origin. How did you get into rapping? I know you're from the city, so that probably influenced your musical abilities a lot.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, I grew up in the Lower East Side. I grew up out here, um, not too far from Union Square, where we're at right now, and I think hip hop was always just bumping in the streets. Like everywhere I would go, I would hear just that boom bap,
Yeah.
just that boom bap, boom bap. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that and
Yeah.
that would be kind of where it got started. It was just like as a really young kid, just like dancing to music in the streets when I hear people playing music out of their cars and stuff. I know a couple of guys like from my neighborhood this one guy, he used to have an Escalade and he would just come through with the windows rolled down. He would always bump 50 Cent and The Game and stuff like that. So I got into that. And I was just a fan at first. And then I think it was like middle school age when I started rapping because it was like a way to diffuse conflict,
Yeah,
right? Or to
yeah.
diffuse like bullying, right? Because I was always cool. I would always be cool if I can make you laugh, and then if I put it in a rap, and if I put a little rap together, it can make everybody be like a moment, like oh.
Yeah.
So I remember very vividly that like this one time I was feeling like, that those young man feelings, young adult feelings, you're getting bullied and this and that, you're maybe like 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, and I just like made a joke about the bully in a rap, and everybody was like, oh my god, like short like 2 line, four bar or something. And from that moment on I was just like, wow, like this is powerful, I'm hooked on this, like I love this. And then me and my friends would rap in the staircase, and we would like so then it became a thing when people started to know that I did that. Then people who liked rap we would be friends,
Hell
And
yeah.
so at middle school age, I started to make like some rapper friends.
That same thing with beatboxing. Like
Yeah, for you?
once you're in the community, it just like sparks something in you, and then as soon as you meet someone else who beatboxes, you're instant friends
Dude,
because
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you prefer freestyle rapping or writing your lyrics more? I mean, in the early days.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I was, that's a really good question. I was a big advocate for writing. I really loved the power of the pen, especially since I grew up listening to people like Lil Wayne. And although Lil Wayne is a freestyle, a lot of from what I've heard, a lot of his stuff, he just goes in the booth and he freestyles. But the reason why it inspired me to pick up the pen was because he's just like crazy with like the abstract art that he would create with his words, and how he would like take a word and he would use different sections and syllables of the word to change the meaning. So that's how I got really excited to start writing things out. And I would start writing out like poetry and writing out raps, and I would start like putting it on a paper, and then I would be able to kind of decode like all the words inside of the word because I listened to really lyrical artists.
So how did you make the jump from like just beatboxing rapping for your friends to producing your own music and like learning a DAW and
Yeah. So I always wanted to make beats. I always wanted to make beats. Around the same time, I'm still like 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. And I always thought it was the coolest thing to just have a big machine, press a button, and it just makes noise. And I just always thought that was so cool. And so I told my mom and my dad, like, I really wanted to do that. And it took like a year and a half or 2 years, but they got me a Christmas gift, and it wasn't what I wanted, and it wasn't like a DJ deck, but it was something that I could get my hands on music. It was like a lower level version of a CDN, where you would put 2 different CDs in, and then you would have to.
okay.
So this was like my first introduction to like producing or DJing or making music. So I would have to burn CDs. I would have to pirate the music, then burn the CDs, then put them on 2 different CD players. Then you press record, and you only get one opportunity to burn that into Audacity, right?
Yeah.
And so then I would play the 2 CDs, and that was my introduction to that. And I was a little bit like, at the time, I was like, dang, I wanted a real beat machine so I could really make beats, but I just like took this energy and attitude of you got to work with what you got, and I think it just made me a better musician in the future because it's not about the gear you use, it's about putting your hands on the music, and I had to learn that, you know?
Yeah, definitely. So you started making music, and you've gone on a lot of tours, or 2 tours.
Yeah, so far I did
Yeah.
2 tours around the Midwest of America.
How did you go from making some music to getting out there and putting yourself on stage?
Right, yeah. I think it started with building community first. So before we jump all the way to that, you know, there's a couple of things that I don't even advertise about myself too much, but I actually own my own music festival. And I threw a music festival in the year of 2020 and 2021.
Okay.
And it's the
Where
Flow
was it
State,
at?
the Flow State Music Festival. We did upstate New York and we did Pennsylvania.
What part of
And-
upstate? That's where I'm from.
What
so-
part of upstate? We were in. It was like a town that was. It was like a very small town. I think it was Rockville, New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other one was in Pennsylvania, in Honesdale, Pennsylvania. And then other than that, we did a bunch of supplemental events, right? And then before that, I ran my own open mic called The Tribe Called Love Open Mic. I ran that for a whole year. Then I went away to college, and when I was in college, I started like some community open mic type of performance vibes. And then I was a member of a digital music association in college. So I had like a club that actually, you know, was focused about all these musicians. So in order to go ahead and to make that tour happen, I really needed a lot of prior experience and prior confidence that just built me up there. It's not because I got paid a ton of money to do it, and it's not because I had a ton of money to spend on it. I got paid literally just enough money to make it happen, and I made it happen. So I would say, like, to get myself to that point, it just is time under tension. I had so much confidence in myself and what I was doing. I launched the Free Flyers, the Flight Plan album at the time of my first tour. So I went out there and I was promoting my album.
I saw you perform some of that at the event yesterday.
Yeah. The flight plan is like our plan to take off. It was our first.
Yeah, I
Our
really
first-
liked the video for it too. It's
Yeah.
super inspirational.
Yeah, this one and the one I did yesterday was the video I showed yesterday was 3,025.
Okay,
On
okay.
YouTube, yeah.
Solid.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, before I was able to hop on the tour, I really had to get myself to a level. And so to elaborate on that, so I was rapping at a festival, how I even got invited to the tour in the first place.
Yeah.
I was rapping at a music festival here in Pennsylvania called the Sheila Jam Music Festival. And I was doing like really well. I did this really cool freestyle at the end. It was a group full of hip hoppers. Like everybody was all hip hop. And there was a gigantic cypher. Johnny Buffalo was beatboxing. And then the cypher was like, the energy was just super high. And then I hop in the cypher. And I did a 360 where I went around the entire circle and I rapped about everybody's name. And I just and as I went from this person to this person to this person, the energy got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then it ended it off. And then my homie Fungi Flows was there. And so it ended off with me rapping at Fungi, like at the very end.
Hell
it was
yeah.
it was really cool. It was really cool.
How did you make money to put on these events? Was it just performing? Or
So wait, my money for
Yeah,
my
like,
own events, like
how
my
are
Flow
you
State
pulling
Festival?
in the money? Because you said you had just enough to make it. So
Yeah.
were you?
Yeah, so
working-
so I'm very, very, very grateful that with the tour that I took to do the Burning Man Music Festival, so then I was rapping like that and it was good, and we were all just like having really great energy. So I ended up getting invited on the tour, and I told them straight up, I'm like, I absolutely want to do this and I would love to do this. I'm just not financially like able to pay for this. And we had that conversation and they told me it's okay. We have the RV set up. We have everything ready. You have to pay
Nice.
for your plane ticket and take care of everything else. And we're going to take care of you with the ticket to Burning Man. The RV was like super, super, super appreciated.
Yeah.
And those guys are just like my brothers for life. Like I can't even say enough like how grateful I am of that experience. And yeah, and so on that note though about resources and being able to travel and money, so that's a big reason why this summer I'm choosing to just build more community and build more stability here as an artist. So staying in New York more. As the last 2 years I've done these 2 tours, and I'm invited to go back again this year, and I think if I do end up going back again, it's going to be in a different capacity. I'm not going to overexert myself. And I just want to build more. To be honest, like all the musicians and everybody out there trying to make their career out of this, you need to build more leverage first. And I'm blessed and I'm grateful that I spent all this time. My mentality was always build the skill, build the skill, build the skill, build the skill, and just work your ass off on being the most skilled person that you can. So that's why I taught myself guitar, hip hop, rap, sing, vocal, right? Multi-instrumentalist, play keys, produce, engineering, mixing and mastering. So I taught myself all these things, and now I'm in a different phase and season of my life where it is time to put all of it together, build something that's really tangible, and create more leverage so that when I go out and do these events, I'm not just getting a free ticket, although that is such a great thing and I really appreciate it. I'm deserving to get paid a lot more.
Yes.
And unfortunately, you know, fortunate or unfortunate, however it may be, if you have eyes on you and you have more visibility because people are seeing your art, then you have more leverage. It's not exactly because of your super talented, your video got super popular. However, you do need to have all that talent. So when you have these videos and these moments and people want to hire you, you could show up and you can show out. And you can show up and you can bless it up. You know what I'm saying? You can show up and you can improve on what's already been done. That's how we change the culture. That's how we become long-lasting members of the culture of hip-hop, you know?
Yeah.
And that's my goal, and that's been my goal since day one. So building the skills, and now I'm at this point where I'm putting it together into something tangible, using my leverage that I already have, gaining more leverage, showing the fans and showing the people out there like what all this work has been about, and leading with my heart, you know what I mean? Just leading with authenticity.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about the Burning Man tour?
Sure.
Like, you said you were with Johnny Buffalo and Kenny Urban out there?
Yeah,
so.
Johnny Buffalo, Kenny Urban, Coop Mandala, Stefco, and Joy Christos. And it was through Truth's Playhouse, Truth Now.
Okay.
Yeah. And Truth was not able to make it to that event, but that's my bro, and he's awesome. I met him at Sheila Jam. So I really just, it was really amazing. I had like such a great time. There's an air of professional,ism where if there was ever any disagreements, it was always handled really professionally and respectfully. And then that was it. Like if there was ever anything that had to be said, we just conversed with each other. Because as you could imagine, we all came from different places.
Yeah.
We all just met and then got put in an RV for 15 days together.
Oh, shit.
What was it? A 12-day festival and then 3 days before and after, something like that. So there was some times where it was like, all right, like we need to figure out our space. We need to figure out our sleeping situations. Who's going to sleep in the big bed? Literally no problems. Like literally zero issues.
That's
and
like the culture
that's
of
all
any music.
Yeah, that's all that you can ask for. And I had a great time with these guys. I feel like I learned a lot. Me and Johnny Buffalo were bunked up a little bit, so I was asking him questions about beatbox and learning, and he was teaching Steph some crazy things, and I was picking up on the techniques while Stefco was learning, because Stefco is a little bit more advanced than I am at beatboxing. He's really good, and I'm still a beginner beatboxer, but I'm like excited to start my journey now, to start learning more, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah, and so that was all this past summer.
Solid.
Yeah.
So...
And then I want to just elaborate on it. So and then Kenny Urban came and met us there.
Okay.
So Kenny Urban had another event that he was doing, and then he came and met us
was
there.
he beatboxing or was he...
He was beatboxing on the set. Yeah, so I think we had 6 nights planned, but we only ended up being able to perform 4 of them or 3 of them because of rain and storms and this and that. And we had performed 3-hour sets, entirely improvised.
Wow.
Entirely improvised.
Wow.
With beatboxers, Kenny Urban and Johnny Buffalo, Cooper and Steph also beatboxing, and I would throw in some...
Nice.
I would throw in some top lines, you know. Johnny Buffalo playing the guitar. He really... I have to send a lot of love to Johnny Buffalo for being like the head of the production. Cooper had his nice beat machine. And me and Stefco were the 2 lead rappers. Joy Christos came in with her amazing vocals and just blessed us up with some beautiful, beautiful vibes.
Hell yeah. So do you want to talk about your discography? Because you mentioned that you have 200 songs in the bank and, like, you said 80 or so released?
Right. Yeah, 80 or so released tracks. So every year I put out, and what you can look forward to me putting out soon is the Summer Soul 3 instrumental tape. So every year I put out the Summer Soul instrumental tape. It's a beat tape. All my rapper friends and artist friends, they want to remix it, they want to listen to it, they want to rap on it. Any type of collaboration you want to do, you can check those out. So that comes out in June of every year. So that's going to come out this year. Other than that, my discography built up is
How often are you making tracks? Just like all the time?
all the time. Yeah, really all the time. It depends. Like sometimes I'll go through a week where I make like 3 songs. Sometimes there's a month and I only make 1 song. But there's never a month that I don't make a song.
Yeah.
Like for the last like 6 years, I've made at the very, very least, a new song every month. And if it's not a new song with vocals and this and that, then I'm probably in a month of making like 10 beats in a month. You know what I mean? Or if I don't feel like making vocals at the time, then I just make 10 beats in a month or like something like that.
Yeah.
And I save them all for later. Sometimes they're not totally finished, but sometimes but now at this stage, I do try to totally flush out every single part of the idea that I can within 3 to 4 days of coming up with the idea of the song.
I think that's the right way to
That's
do it.
the best way to do it.
Because once you
Yeah.
hop out of the flow state and you spend a
it's
week
different.
away, you just
Yeah.
like can't get back into your mindset
Right.
that you were in.
Right. And that's the time to spend that week away. That's the time to come back and do the mixing and the boring stuff.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
not the time to spend a week away and come back and change the 3rd verse.
Yup.
You know what I mean?
Yup.
It's not that time. Yeah. So that's kind of the flow I'm in now, where if I am leaving it for later, I'm bringing it all the way to as far as I possibly can, and then I leave it for later, you know?
Solid.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you have a lot of collaborations as well as a lot of solo songs.
Yeah.
What's your thought process on like collaborating with people versus working solo?
Yeah. Oh, I love collaborating with people. I feel like music is meant to be collaborative.
Of course.
I feel like when you find somebody that you can lock in with really well musically, it's special. And I think that should be, you know, there's a skill in capturing recordings, right? And so nowadays we are accustomed to listening to looped tracks.
Yeah.
Where if you wonder why people say that you have great music taste if you listen to music from the 60s and the 70s, all of those musicians played their part all of the way through with no doubles, no redos, right? And they had to play it together. And I think that part of music needs to be celebrated more, and I want to be a part of that part of music more. So that's how I love collaborating so much for that reason.
That's why I like beatbox so much,
Mhm.
because it's so human. Like you have to really prepare and know your shit. And then when you go on stage, it's not like you have a machine that's going to run it back for
Right.
you. You have to run it back and
Right.
you have to do it perfect.
Yeah, and your whole body is the instrument too. So
Yeah.
what you're eating that day, what you're drinking, like how you're preparing your instrument, your voice,
Yeah.
it will affect your performance. So no 2 performances are exactly the same.
Yeah. So
Even
on
the
top of
environment.
like your skill, you have to also be taking care of yourself.
Yes.
And, like
yes.
I noticed that the healthier beatboxers tend to be the ones who are like winning
Get
battles.
that punch,
Yeah.
the crazy punch. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
because they
It's
just got
nuts.
that breath support.
You're
for
right.
it.
You're right. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah. Yesterday was a crazy battle, man.
Yeah,
It was cool.
That was one of the best events I've ever been to. So
Yeah. Oh, really?
It's amazing that was your first event.
Yeah.
Jack
Shout out
just-
Jack Nasty.
Yeah, he just really
Shout out
knows how to
Jack
put on an
Nasty.
event.
Yeah, that's my man.
Yeah. And
Can I
Ghost
dap
too.
you up real quick
Yeah, of
too?
course.
Because you got on stage with me and you did that crazy beatbox.
Yeah.
Dude, you sounded really good on the stage.
Thank you.
And when I
Thank
was
you.
rapping over it, like straight up in the pocket, like you understood
Yeah.
that. You know, the thing is with beatboxing, where it's going.
You have to fit in. You
Yeah,
can't like do
but-
all this crazy shit.
Well, no, I mean, the thing really is, like, we love the crazy shit, but just allow the rapper to tell a story.
Yeah.
And so it's like when you do all the crazy shit, just put it in the right moment and the right time. And I think you just kind of naturally understood that. Because a lot of rappers, and I can only really speak for myself, but I absolutely love it, bro. I love when you guys can make like a whoa, like a deep sub
Yeah.
that. I love when you can do the crazy hi-hats and stuff. Just if you keep it within the rhythm and meter of the boom bap, then it's never gonna ever sound bad. But you could do anything you want, literally. Just keep it within the rhythm and meter, and then a rapper can tell a story over it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we're getting close to the time here.
Cool,
So do you
cool.
want to talk about like your services that you offer? And
Yeah. Sure.
you mentioned that you do lessons for like rapping, singing,
That's a fact.
probably guitar as well.
Yeah. Guitar
Yeah.
lessons as well. Yep. Music production lessons, guitar lessons, how to freestyle, how to rap, and I can help you with writing. I'm also a Logic Pro certified audio engineer.
Solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, certified Logic Pro. I have a professional music studio that I work at part-time. If anybody ever wants to record at a professional studio, they need drums mic'd up, they want to bring a whole band, you can come with me and record in Philadelphia. And then if you want to record from afar, if you want to send stems and you want to get them mixed and mastered, I do that in my home studio. So I offer a bunch of services, and that's kind of like the way to supplement your way around and to grow as an artist, because I find that it's really rewarding, it's really cool, and I'll be super like transparent. Sometimes I work with people and we only work together one time and we don't work again because one reason or another, money, expenses, this and that. But when I do find somebody that's willing to put their time and effort into investing in themselves and their art, and they trust me to help with them, it is the best. It's the best feeling ever.
You just gotta trust the producer.
Yeah, is seeing somebody grow and seeing somebody's art like flourish, like like a guitarist, like a young kid learning guitar. And sometimes it's like, oh, I can't afford, But I understand. But it's like when I see people see it through, it is so rewarding, and I'm just grateful for that part of music too.
Yeah.
And I love to see that and to even feel like I'm a part of the next generation being able to express themselves musically.
I think the best feeling for me, at least in beatboxing,
Mhm.
is not when like I really kill it, but when I see someone else kill it that I know has been trying really hard.
Right.
Like that is the community feeling is really strong there.
Exactly,
And that
dude,
just
exactly.
resonates with everybody.
Yep.
You'll
And then,
never hear someone like talk bad about a beatboxer because they're
because
it's all love.
3 years later they're gonna come through.
Yeah,
and they're gonna go,
exactly.
and everybody's gonna be like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't talk bad about somebody because you must have been there before.
Yes.
You must
Yes.
have been there before.
You know
Don't
exactly
forget,
where they're at.
Don't forget how far it came from you just learning how to play an A chord, learning how to do a sub bass or a simple snare, right?
Yeah.
Or a soft snare, like
Did
crazy.
you want to do a little freestyle?
Oh yeah, we could play some music, do some freestyle. Oh, you're gonna beatbox.
I was gonna
freestyle.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck yeah,
All right.
always. Well, let's talk about what we're gonna. Give me a topic or something, or what do we
Yeah.
want to freestyle about?
How about these pigeons?
About these pigeons.
Yeah.
The pigeons in the park.
Yeah.
Pigeons in the park
Pigeons in
freestyle.
the park. Pigeons in the park.
Hey, pigeons in the park.
Pigeons in the park. Pigeons in the park. Pigeons in the dark. Pigeons in the dark. Pigeons in
Yeah,
the dark.
you better nod your head like a pigeon in the park. This is happening from day until the dark. Told my homie just to come to Union Square to put the magic in the air. Now I'll rap it, keep it sharp, sharp, sharp like a dart. When I hit the bullseye, pigeons in the park. Yo, that's why I'm so fly. My man beatbox, keep it in the 4-4. I'm the star and I'm about to go and explore around the city on my bike. When them pigeons flying by, I just keep it high with the good vibe. It's the Jahn Mana, Mr. Free Fly, got the sun planner. See it in my eyes, I catch the vibe with them. And them pigeons thinking that they can fly with them. So I throw a little bread to the side for them and watch them all congregate in a circle like a scythe. Yeah, they cannot relate. This shit was crazy. My man with the beatbox, he ain't never lazy. Hair getting long and they love how it's wavy. I just keep it going, I'ma take it around the nation. No, I'm not waiting, I've been impatient. This is my life, so I really gotta make it. Really gotta earn it. Making all the cash, make the money, then I burn it. Rolling up the split and the kush get burning. Pigeons in the park. We be rapping this shit from the day until the dark. And yesterday we did NYC champ. So thank you for getting me on your podcast to rant, my man.
Yeah.
That was fire.
Hell yeah.
Pigeons in the park freestyle, boy.
Well, this has been highly intelligent. I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, I'm honored. Thank you for having me on Highly Intelligent Podcast. Thank you, my bro. And sharing your talents.
Go check them out. All your stuff's gonna be in the description. So
no doubt. Yeah, you can check me out in the description.
Yeah. Anything you want to send them to or recommend?
Yeah, sure. I mean, by the time that this goes out, I should have my website up. I just want to talk a real quick note about I had in my mind I wanted to say before about the releasing of music.
Yeah.
So I have over 200 songs like in the vault, ready? And that's not because of hesitation or not wanting to release the music. I am strategically planning the next move, and the world is changing. The world of music is changing, and with AI music and all of these people just ripping off musicians, flipping them and turning them into their own music. And then, to be quite honest, I don't fuck with that at all, and I am not going to really I'm not going to let it stop me, first of all, but I'm not going to put myself in a position where I could be in trouble in the future or jeopardy in the future. So what we're going to have for you now, all my fans, we have available to buy my entire discography on my website. I'm going to have iPod Nanos. I'm going to have MP3 players with Tetris and Brick Breaker. So you can buy the physical, actual iPod, put it in your ears, ride around the city, and you can listen to over 200 unreleased songs of mine. All of them just absolute bangers.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and in the near future, when we get this figured out, so I'm also waiting on a couple of softwares that aren't released to the public yet. And so they have these softwares now. All my musicians listen to this, my producers. They have these softwares now where you can embed these spikes and these sonic little things into your music, and it throws the AI off, and it doesn't allow the AI to copy your music, but it doesn't get affected to the listener. So in order to use these tools, I need to get access to them, and they don't have access to them available right now. So when that moment happens and when my music is properly protected, it will be released on digital streaming platforms. Until that point in time, though, you can still grab my music by going to my website, support the artist directly, and this is how we make the revolution. It's not something that everybody does. It's something that a few people do it, and then it catches on because we do it for the right reason, and we're taking care of ourselves, protecting our family, protecting our future. Free fly to the sky, and we're really on the way.
Hell yeah.
And that's it.
Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.